Tonight's bold accusation, Jodi shot last. Tonight, 12 jurors here in studio, and you, our online jury at home, will decide if Jodi Arias is guilty or not guilty of shooting Travis Alexander after stabbing him. Let me bring in the defense team tonight who is helping us out. We got Yale Galanter from Florida. We've got Ashleigh Merchant from here in Atlanta. Thank you both for being here. Ashleigh, should we be offended here that this is a little disingenuous of the defense to say it's self-defense, but then out of the other side of their mouth to say it's heat of passion? It's sort of inconsistent, isn't it?
No, I think that the two motions that they filed today, of course, but the motions that they filed today are very indicative of this being a death penalty case. And they're trying to actually save her life because they filed the motion for cert rebuttal, which deals with an expert in the personality disorder that the state is trying to claim that she has. And they also filed motions trying to get lesser included charges, which will also save her life.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from the prosecution. Let's bring back in the defense team, Ashleigh Merchant and Yale Galanter. And what they wanted me to start with, they have their own medical examiner who offered his take on this, Dr. Michael Sucher. Take a look.
The entry and exit point would have put the gunshot wound through the frontal area of the brain, which is called the frontal lobe. That does not affect vital functions like breathing and motor function. And again, because of where that wound occurred and where it injured the brain, would not have impacted Travis in a way that he would have been incapacitated.
Ashleigh Merchant, tell the jury why that's important to them.
This is very important because we are here to argue that the bold accusation that Jodi stabbed him and then later shot him is not true. Because as the doctor said, she could have shot him first. He would not have necessarily been incapacitated. So he could have still attacked her after that point, and he could have still gotten those defensive wounds from when he was being stabbed by her, could have gotten those defensive wounds on his back. So it's very plausible that he was shot first.
And Ashleigh, you also wanted to point out to the jury this right here, the body comparisons between Travis and Jodi. What should that tell them?
I think this is very important because as a woman, what are you going to pick up first? You're going to pick up the gun or are you going to pick up a knife? You're going to pick up the gun. If you look at Jodi Arias's body next to Travis Alexander, she is a much weaker opponent. And so in a case where you've got the choice of weapons between a gun or a knife, you're going to pick the gun up and you're going to shoot first. And I think it makes sense if you look at their body compositions.
Juror number 9 has a question.
Yeah, so if she went outside to get the gun, why was there already a knife in the bathroom? I don't understand where the knife came from.
It's a good point, Ashleigh. How do you explain that?
Well, they had been having sex earlier, and Jodi said that she had been tied up with some rope, and that they had gone to the kitchen, or Travis had gone to the kitchen and gotten the knife to actually cut her wrists free. And so the knife was there in the bedroom next to the bathroom because of what they had been doing earlier.
We're back out at the recreated death scene. Now we're with the defense team, Yale Galanter, Ashleigh Merchant. The bold accusation, Jodi shot last. So, Yale, Ashleigh, I'm going to give you a chance to offer some additional evidence as well. What do you have?
Members of the jury, remember, it's the prosecution's burden to prove what occurred first. Not only does their own expert unable to tell you what came first, we're going to show you by reenactment as to how this is the only way this could have occurred. Travis, 190 pounds. His 125-pound girlfriend is over there. Lunges out of the shower, just like a linebacker. He's coming at her like this. She shoots him in the head. The bullet crosses through the front of the skull, lands in his jaw, does no damage. We know that from the medical examiner. There's no bleeding, no vital organs are hurt. He's stunned. He goes to grab her like this. She's in fear of her life. She starts stabbing him in the back all the times that she could. The knife stabbing him in the abdomen as he's still grabbing her. Finally, in a last-ditch effort to save her life, he's got to slash her throat. Folks, when you look at the dummy, you look at the trajectory, you look at the reenactment, the only way this could have occurred would have been if Travis's head was like this and she shot from above him as he was attacking her.
Okay, a detailed explanation offered by the defense. Juror number 8.
You know, Vinny showed the photograph earlier of Jodi's foot or Jodi's leg. How did they ever trace it back to her from the very beginning, going way back to the very beginning? How did they trace it back to understand and to know that that was Jodi?
How did they identify that as Jodi's leg? Ashleigh, what do you think?
This pant leg. This is the stripe off of her pants. She had on some type of gym pants, and this stripe right here is the stripe from her gym pants. And that's how they were able to determine that this is her foot and this is actually the pant leg.
Gentlemen, but let's give the defense a chance to rebut it. Ashleigh, what do you tell the jury about that?
You know, the prosecution's own witness says that it's possible that he was shot first. I mean, that's their own witness that's saying that this gunshot would not have incapacitated him. So what does it matter if there were 7 bullets? What does it matter if the gun came from her grandfather's home? It doesn't matter. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt their bold accusation, which is that she shot last. And they just haven't done it.
All right, our ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached a verdict. I can tell you from listening, not eavesdropping on their discussions, that they had a tough time with this one. Let's go with number 1. What do you say? Juror number 1, guilty. Juror number 2, guilty. Juror number 3, guilty. Juror number 4, not guilty. Juror number 5, guilty. Juror number 6, guilty. Juror number 7, guilty. Juror number 8, guilty. Juror number 9, guilty. Juror number 10, guilty. Juror number 11, not guilty. Juror number 12, guilty. So 10-2. Guilties have it on this one.
Well, great job by the jury tonight. Thank you so much. Yale and Ashleigh, thank you as well. All right, folks, that's it for HLN After Dark. We'll see you next time. Another bold accusation, another verdict.